Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. The try here for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Gardner. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On first down, Robinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Set 30 base.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense. And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden is a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is our quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early. On 2nd and 7, Jones. Throw caught by Raymond. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender. Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now. Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. First down as they get into the ground at the 37. We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up. Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. On play action, Lawrence. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Sharks got it, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. His throw incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down.
They use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Finds the open target, Arnold. Pushing his way through. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Lawrence. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. 73 yards. And the Patriots continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action now. Lawrence, he sets to fire deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Jones. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jones. Being chased out left. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big play there for the Patriots.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
148 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Mike 15. In your face.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Pats get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Another toe for Etienne.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Recon, 132 fighter. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, exit. Fire.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 25. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. For the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Right back to him on first down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. New England on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. He needed 9. He got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And they will take a knee here. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say? Why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And he's got room. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 27-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Nice 15, nice 15.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off.